18-year-old high school student in Chicago, Jesus Chavez was a promising amateur boxer with a secret. As a boy, he had illegally emigrated from Mexico with his family. Nobody would have cared or found out if he didn't commit an impulsive mistake that opened up his past and clouded his future.
I was approached by two of my friends to do an armed robbery. Just as simple as I'm telling you the story, I said yes. That's where my life changed.
Chavez served 3.5 years for his part in a grocery store robbery. Time enough for the government to investigate his background.
Knowing that I had messed up, the best thing in my life was definitely haunting me when I was in jail. I knew that when I got out of there, I wanted to dedicate most of my time to boxing.
But as an illegal alien with a felony conviction, Chavez was deported under a tough new law.
Actually, before I stepped out of the door, they were inside waiting for me. They cuffed me, they put me in the car, and took me to the airport.
Just weeks later, with a different name, his present one, Chavez again crossed the border illegally and started his career as a pro in Austin, Texas.
I thought that the American dream was going to be achieved. I felt that my life was taking off in the right direction.
2.5 years later, after building a reputation as a potential champion with a big following in Texas, Chavez was again discovered and deported.
Those were very difficult times. Still, I was under the impression that I was going to be back in the United States within 3 or 4 months.
He paid twice for what he'd done one time. It cost him a total of 7 to almost 8 years of his life. He served his time. America believes in second chances. He never got his second chance. They threw him out.
I didn't get a fight for 6 months. I started wondering about where my career was going to go.
In Mexico, where there are many fighters and Julio Cesar Chavez was still king, Jesus Chavez was an unknown, and he didn't know much about his native country either. He experienced culture shock.
Being caught between two countries was very hard for me because at the time I was up in the air. I was not an American and I was not a Mexican. I pretty much thought of myself as a man without a country.
Because of his prowess as a fighter, Chavez's cause was taken up by writers and politicians in Austin, including then-Governor George W. Bush. Last winter, at 28, after 2 years in Mexico, the INS granted him a visa to work and live, to fight again in America. The journey continues. Much of that